When it comes to building funnels and automations, you have to look at it as a whole. You cannot be tunnel visioned when you're working with this stuff. And it's like you're looking at a task at hand. When you take a step back and you look at it, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like it's going to convert. Do you just stand there and say nothing, or do you recommend? In my case, I always recommend. My name is Jana, and I've been building funnels and automations for 4 years now. Most of the industries that I've worked with really are coaches. 15% would be real estate, and then the other 15% will be a mix of different niches in the industry. I started as a general virtual assistant, and I wasn't really planning on specializing in funnels and automation. My first client, who trusted me to be their GVA, they do a lot of GoHighLevel stuff, and so that's how I started learning GoHighLevel. My first task within GoHighLevel was to edit an automation and to edit a funnel. And so here we are now 4 years later. What I enjoy most about building funnels and automations is it actually helps my clients with their day-to-day activities, and it automates simple stuff like follow-up. That can all be done with automations within different platforms. But even if that's just 5-10 minutes, they could spend that time doing a more important thing for their business, which really helps. Basically, I lead in building campaigns. Right now, it's the Black Friday and Cyber Monday season. I'm one of the lead in building a funnel for that campaign. As for automation, when you build a funnel, of course, it's not just the funnel itself that you need to build. You have to build the automation that runs in the back end. The two comes hand in hand. So I'll be given a design and I have to bring it to life within GoHighLevel. Basically, these funnels and automations that I build, it helps with conversions really and with lead generation. So the more eye-catching your funnel is, the more chances that you are going to get opt-ins. So opt-in is basically you asking for their name and the contact information, sending them emails, text messages here and there, having to maintain your presence in your client's inbox. It was a recent project that I had. They were struggling with reviews. So they are a pet hotel, but also they offer pet grooming services. So the thing is, when their clients leave, they tell them, oh, yay, we're going to recommend you to friends, or you're one of the best pet hotels in town. But that's not showing up in their Google reviews. And if you're like me, I check Google reviews before I, deal with the business. So they asked me, Jana, how do we get recommendations into something that other people can see? And I built them an automation that will send them like a text message, thank you for yada yada, and email, and then that would contain a link. The link redirects them to a simple funnel wherein they can leave a review or a 5-star review. If it's 4 stars and below, we don't redirect them to Google. But if it's a 5-star, then it automatically redirects to Google, and then they can leave their 5-star review inside Google. And within 3 weeks, we got 21 5-star reviews, which is really, really great. Because before they have less than 10. So they were really happy about their results. I start my day with greeting, good morning, of course, and then I will do a status update of what was completed yesterday and what I will be accomplishing today. I communicate with the client and update on Asana. When it comes to building funnels and automations, you have to look at it as a whole. You cannot be tunnel visioned when you're working with this stuff. And it's like you're looking at a task at hand. When you take a step back and you look at it, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like it's going to convert. Do you just stand there and say nothing, or do you recommend? In my case, I always recommend. Sometimes I even push back. So that's how I show my proactiveness. So when it comes to funnels and automations, the metrics that you would always track would be page views, clicks on your opt-in page, and how many actually opted in, and then how many checked out if there is a checkout process in your funnel. For example, we're going to be running an ad. We're going to be sending a big batch of emails. Let's say out of 1,000 people, 900 people click on the link. It means that the email got their attention. But the clicks on your opt-in is low. Then that means your funnel is not converting. So your numbers should all align. If it's not, then you have to do some changes to your funnel. When I get presented by a funnel that I need to build, the first thing that I would have to do is ask them the purpose of the funnel. Once you have that all settled, I build a sitemap. Basically, it's like a skeleton of the funnel. I build that, show it to the client. If it's approved, then yay. For automations, it's the same thing. For example, for this campaign, what would be the goal of the funnel, right? In that case, what type of automation do you need to build? Training a new VA would be difficult, especially a platform like GoHighLevel. It's very, very robust. It has a lot of features. I make sure that I QA everything, my funnels and automations, before I present to the client or before the launch. That way you avoid mistakes. My QA would go usually like this. After everything is built, I do it from the front end, meaning to say I do it as if I am the customer. When you hire a VA Masters VA or funnel automation VA, they already did the pre-screening for you. They actually have the skills that you need for your business. It is very important to have, someone that you trust, especially when you're fast-paced and you have too much or too many things going on. In my experience, that's what happened. VA masters make sure that the applicant that they are matching with a client really aligns with what they are looking for and what they need.